Hey y'all, and welcome to my Leo season pick a pile. This Leo season is going to be fiery, very typical of Leos, beautiful, bright, brilliant, prideful Leos. But we're also experiencing Mars in Aries and Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is retrograding. And what that means with Mars in Aries, we can expect to see some anger coming up, some very willful determination, maybe even some rage. And with Chiron, Chiron is the wounded healer, so it's going to be a lot of past wounds coming up, especially centered around things that have made us angry in the past and things that have hurt us in the past, causing us to harbor resentment, rage, and anger. The positive side of these planets both being in Aries right now is the ability to be driven and push forward and see where it is we need focus, where it is we need to be determined to make things different in our lives. I've got 3 different piles here, so go ahead and choose whichever crystal calls to you, whatever number calls to you. It doesn't matter. Your pile is yours. You can pick 1, you can pick 2, you can pick all 3. It's fine. Take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. These readings are for multiple people, and it's just general energies. If it doesn't suit you, that's fine. You don't have to agree with everything that everyone says. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys pick your piles. Here we have group 1 with the Sunstone, group 2 with the Carnelian, and group 3 with the Bloodstone. Take a minute to just relax, breathe, think about Leo season and this next coming month and what you would like it to bring for you, what you would like to use these energies for, what direction you would like to go in, and just go with whatever pile calls to you. Take a minute. If you need to, pause the video. If you've decided, I will see you at your pile selection. Hello, pile ones. You have chosen the beautiful Sunstone, and this is a great crystal for harnessing your own power, your own light, standing in yourself, believing in yourself, trusting that you know what is best for you, that you are on your right path, even when you make mistakes, even when you feel like you have been misdirected. It is all part of the grand idea, the grand plan, the grand scheme of your life. When we look back sometimes, we realize, oh, that's why that happened. And I feel like this is kind of where your Leo season is going to go. You're going to look back at this or look back at things that have happened in the past few months and say, oh, that's why that happened. It got me here. It got me where I'm supposed to be right now. And with these cards, I feel like it's very strong energy of being able to stand in your own power, being able to stand up on your own. There are 2 9 of Pentacles here. And out of 5 cards, that's pretty intense. So this is all about standing in your own power. This is all about owning who you are and it being abundant. You're abundant. You are very abundant. The things that you have done have led you to a place of abundance and realizing that there is no lack, that the only lack is in your mind state. That is the only thing that is separating you from your abundance. It is your mindset. And with this 4 of Wands here, it's another standing in your own power, having a solid foundation of yourself more than anything else. You're not relying on other people. You're not relying on other people financially. You're not relying on other people mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You are relying on yourself. You have begun or come to a place where you can trust yourself more than you have in the past. And with this card, this talks about cutting off all of the energies that are not helping you be yourself, that are actually draining those energies from you. Because there are times that we involve ourselves with different friends, different relationships, even different jobs, different daily routines that drain us. And we wonder, why are we so tired? Why are we so undetermined? Why don't we have the passions that we used to have? It's because there are things in our life that is draining our energy. Our focus is going into those areas when there is no fruitfulness to be had from those areas. And this is another card talking about protection, to protect yourself, to set boundaries with people, to set boundaries with friends, with family, with relationships, and say, you can't take this from me. This is mine. You need to get your own. You need to have your own. You need to stand on your own, because that is what I am working on doing. So you need to do the same for yourself. I see Leo season being very fertile for you. I think it will be very revealing for a lot of people. We will see the truth about people that maybe we thought they were some way. Maybe they showed us that they were some way, and the tables turned. They started being a completely different way, or we're just seeing that they weren't who we thought we were. They weren't who we thought they were from the beginning. Maybe we missed it in the past, but this time, Chiron being in retrograde is showing us, no, these people don't need to be here. They don't need to be in your energy field. You need to stand on your own. You need to stand in your own power. Use your own voice. Use your strength and your ability, harnessing that Leo energy, harnessing that fire energy of Mars and Chiron in Aries, and put up those firewalls. Say, you can't come in. You can't take this from me anymore. Go get your own. You have to learn how, just as I have had to learn how. I hope this has helped you. I hope that you have the best Leo season. I hope that all of your wishes and dreams for this space and time come to pass, and I will see you next time. Hello, Pile 2s. You have chosen the beautiful Carnelian, and this particular Carnelian looks like a brain to me. So not only does Carnelian help with the sacral chakra and using your creative energy to create the things that you want, to manifest your desires, but it being like a brain, it looking like a brain, it's also about really intently focusing on those desires, really using our minds to focus on our sacral chakras and to use that creative energy to manifest everything that we want. And it is a great time to do that with this Leo season, because fire is very purifying. It burns things out of the way. If there are things in the way, it's gonna burn it all down. And we can use that fire very intently when we focus it, like a stove with a burner underneath. It is channeled fire energy helping us do one particular thing. It's not setting our entire kitchen on fire. We have to channel these energies of Leo season, of Mars in Aries, of Chiron in retrograde in Aries. We have to channel it into focusing on what it is that we want. And with cooking, we are manifesting our soul being full of nutrients, of our hunger being satiated, of our soul feeling full, feeling like we're getting the vitamins and the nutrients that we need. So looking at your cards here, if you felt drawn to choose pile 1, I would go ahead and also look at pile 1, because this card is the Sunstone, which talks about trusting in your own power, standing in your own power. There is a lot of that coming up this Leo season, which makes sense because Leo, lions are the king of the jungle. They are one of the largest animals in the zodiac sign, next to the Taurus. Go Bulls. But the Leo is very driven and very passionate, and you can't talk a Leo out of very much once their mind is set. And speaking of bulls, we have this card with the bull skull. So you might also be harnessing a bit of Taurian energy, and Leo and Taurus energy working together is manifestation central. If there are things that you want to manifest, those are the two signs that you can just really count on to push you through. Taurus energy can be a little bit more slow going, but that's because they are laying the foundation, a solid foundation. So putting Leo and Taurus together is grounding energy, back to that channeling the fire of where you want it to go. But this card in particular talks about trusting your own wisdom, trusting your own intuition, believing that you do know what is right and you can speak on it. And to not be afraid to do that, especially with these two cards together. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to say what you feel needs to be said. Just watch the anger and the rage. Our anger is not a bad thing. It is good to feel angry. It is good to feel those things. Those are places where clearly we feel something is not going the way that it should be. Or someone has wronged us, or whatever the case may be. But when we use our anger, when we channel our anger into telling the truth, saying it in a way that comes off as very direct, very boundary setting, very forward, but not in a way that cuts people down, because that shouldn't be our intention. We shouldn't go out trying to put our anger off on other people, trying to project our problems onto other people. And we shouldn't allow other people to do that to us either. But we have to go about it in ways where we can say, look, I'm not going to let you do this anymore. It is not okay that you do this anymore. It is time for me to say something. It's time for me to do something. Because we have the Ten of Swords here, which is all about our worry, stress, repetitive thoughts, things that distort our energy, distort our thoughts. And with it being a 10 means it's coming to the end of a cycle. So chances are in Leo season, you are going to be coming out of that energy into this Knight of Cups, which is a knight who has compassion, love, desire, and has every intention on fulfilling the thoughts that he has, on fulfilling the passions and desires that he has set in his heart. He's going to go after it. He's going to see that it is done, and that it is done in a way that is fruitful, that is calming, that is healing. And here with the High Priestess, we also have the energy of our intuition, our wisdom. We do know. We do. When we really listen to ourselves, we do know the truth. We do know what is best for us. We do know. We can't always project that onto other people. We have to take a step back and say, what do I need to do for myself? And if there are people who you are communicating with that are not allowing you to express yourself, even when you are being calm, even when you are being understanding, then chances are you just need to take a break from them or cut them off completely. Because people like that are just continually projecting themselves and their energy onto you. So this Leo season, just stay strong, stay steadfast in your own energy, believe in yourself. Don't let your consistent worrying and your thoughts drag you down. When those thoughts go on loops in your head, this is what I personally do. When those thoughts are on consistent loop in my head, I say, okay, no. It's just like weeding your garden. I'm not cursing these weeds for being here. They're just growing there. I just pull them out. I take them out. And if I want to put something else in its place, I say things like, okay, yes, I may be worried about this situation, but I don't have to be. I can think and focus on these other things instead. I can be assured that I am abundant, that I am enough, that the things that I do are in alignment with my true self, with the way that I believe things should be. Not everybody is going to believe the same way as you, and that's okay. We're not here to convince anybody that our lives are valid, that our emotions are valid, that our truth is valid. We're here to do that for ourselves. We have to convince ourselves of that. So I hope you have a fruitful, abundant, blessed Leo season, and I will see you next time. Bye. Welcome, pile threes. You chose this Bloodstone. Bloodstone is amazing for grounding. A lot of the times it contains red, which is great for your root chakra, connecting to earth, connecting to our true selves, our true path. And it also, this one in particular, also contains green, so it's good for our heart chakras. And I'm seeing in this some definite heart chakra healing and root chakra stabilization. So first of all, let's talk about this card here. In each other we find ourselves. So what I'm seeing is there may be some people around you who are being mirrors for you to really see yourself, whether you like what you see or you don't like what you see. It is still something that's able to show you who you are, show you how you are, and help you decide if that's what you want to continue doing or if it's something that you don't feel like doing anymore. With this Ten of Wands, I feel like there's a sense of being overwhelmed. So maybe there is some things that you're seeing about yourself that you don't necessarily like. But with this Emperor here, it's all about, okay, maybe I don't like these things, but I am strong enough to change these things. And the Emperor is all about Mars and Aries energy. So first house energy. Whatever your rising sign is, try to really focus on those energies this Leo season. Chances are that that particular sign is going to help you really ground yourself. And if your rising sign happens to be a Taurus, because I see a couple cards here making me think of Taurus, and as a reader I feel like the Emperor is not only Mars and Aries energy but also Taurian energy. And this is also Taurus energy. It's the bull. So there is a desire to be abundant. Here also with the Ace of Pentacles. You have an idea maybe of something that you want to do that could make you money, or something that you could do that makes you feel more fulfilled, even if it isn't about money. Maybe it's just a hobby, and doing that hobby makes you feel more fulfilled, because this card talks about the gifts that we are instilled with from birth, the things that no one can take from us, the energy that is ours and ours alone. I really see this desire and intention of focus on those things, and using Taurus energy and Leo energy together. I talked about this in pile 2, so maybe you want to check out pile 2. Using Leo and Taurus energy together is very strong. They are the two largest animals in the zodiac. They are both full of pride, both full of determination, and Taurus energy is very grounding, very healing, and Leo energy is very fiery, very playful, and using both of those energies together can really help you burn a path, is what I'm seeing. Just go through and carve a path, burn a path, get your machete out and cut down whatever is in the way, and let yourself really fully actualize this Ace of Pentacles that's going to be coming in here during Leo season. And although this isn't the Sun card, this does look like the Sun energy, which is Leo. So I feel like Leo energy is going to be very fruitful and beneficial for you. A lot of fire in this reading. So use that fire, channel that energy. Make sure you're using it for things that you actually want to do. Really think about when anger comes up, is this the way that I want to express myself? Is this the way that I want to do this? Or is this just going to add another burden onto me? Is this going to burn me by allowing myself to act out or to react in ways that aren't beneficial, that aren't going to get me to where I want to be? Really keep that in mind this Leo season. Is this going to help me be where I want to be? Even if it's not something that's making you angry, even if it's just something where you feel dissatisfied, discontent, really think about, do I want to continue having this in my life? Do I want to continue putting my energy and focus into these things? And being able to bring yourself back to that question and ground yourself and really think and meditate on these things, you will find your answers. Is this something worth putting my energy into? Yes or no? Make it very simple. Don't try to go into, no, but it might be in the future. If it's not right now, then take a break from it. Nobody's saying that you have to stop doing it forever. Nobody's saying that you have to leave these people alone forever. None of that. It's just what is helpful for you on your path right now as it's happening in this Leo season. I see Leo season being very full of determination for you. Use that determination. Create the things that you want to create. Ground yourself. Really lead with your heart. Lead with who you really are, your soul, your intuition, your wisdom. Lead with those things. And I see Leo season being very fruitful and full of abundance for you. Thanks everybody for doing these readings. I love doing them for you. If you want to see more, go ahead and comment and let me know. I can't wait to do the next one. I have so greatly missed doing this, and I'm so excited to now be doing videos. So until next time, bye guys.